Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today it's the 31st of October 2023. Quick request as usual, if I might make that of you, and that's if you wouldn't mind please subscribing to the channel. That'd be marvellous, big help, appreciated. So please click the button if you could. Something a little bit different today. Darrel Treece Birch and his Atlantea project, their debut album, or well really it's Darrel's solo album, but anyway, entitled Choices. Now, of course, Darrel's best known as keyboard whiz in Melodic Hawk Rockers 10, which he's been with for what, last 10, 12 years or so. But there's much more to him than that. You know, take for example the work he did with a band called Ascension a few years ago. Check them out, that's excellent stuff. And he's done occasional solo albums in the past which have mainly been instrumental, but this is a little bit different because there's lots of vocals on here. Darrel really is a true solo album from Darrel. He's written and composed the entire 13 songs here and played most of the instruments as well, bar some guests coming in to contribute some guitar and bass and a multitude of vocalists as well. And the title of it, Choices, if I can quote a little bit from a press release, refers the album being about decisions we take or never make. It's about questions and mysteries and our hopes and fears. So that's the loose concept which flows through things, and it's all told by some very intelligent lyrics as well. Musically, very varied listen. Brings in many styles and genres throughout, though I suppose overall you'd classify it as generally progressive. But throughout it's very well written, composed and performed, because of course here Darrel's got the freedom to do whatever he wants to do whenever he wants to do it, and of course with his core, if you like, being keyboard work, that's especially prevalent here. Very, very adept, classy, full of scope as well. After about 2 minutes or so of an intro style track, we jump into Questions, which is quite edgy. You know, we got the big keys laying down the atmosphere for a lush wash of guitar riff over it, nice melodic bass line. Feels like quite a nice symphonic rocker in style, I would say. As does what comes up next, Watchers, which is a little bit heavier than Questions. You know, there's a little bit more punch behind the riff, some more glorious key work going on. If you want a comparison, well, say it's a little bit Styx-ish. I think we call it that. Back in the 70s when Styx were a bit pompish, weren't they? Well, a bit more than they are these days. To show the range of styles that Darrel brings to this, next up we go into a nice, well-paced, gentle ballad, called All I Need, which has Darrel's daughter Kaylee on the vocals. That's all nicely done. What Price Is Life, One and the Same, and If We Could are a trio of classy, proggy songs. Perhaps for comparison purposes, a little bit like Pendragon. Well, that's what my ears thought anyway. You Decide rolls in next, punchy 3-minute instrumental bookended by some nice heavy guitars. Promise, a glorious sweeping 8 minutes or so, as is Secret Place. And two that stand out in my opinion are Changes and Rise Above. Both these feature some wonderfully emotive vocals on both tracks from Tony Mitchell. And on Rise Above, we've got a quite remarkable guitar solo from Dan Rossingano, who of course is one of Darrel's bandmates in 10. And this solo is full of tone and meaning and well-paced. Classy stuff indeed. Choices, we've got an album here which draws one in and reveals more with each listen, I've found, as I've sat down with it more and more this past few days. It's got something for everybody. Not only with regard to composition and musicianship, but how Darrel's songwriting brings in so many various styles and holds the attention throughout. It's mainly a digital release. I still can't come to terms with that, being quite old, but there is a limited number of CDs available. There's a 500 CD run, That's available direct from Darrel through his Big Cartel page, so I'll put a link in the description underneath to that if you'd like to go and see if there are any left. If not, it'll be for all that streaming stuff on no doubt on various platforms, which I say still remain beyond me. But I'll put also a link in the description below to it on Amazon Music, because I think on there you can download and stream and do all sorts of stuff. But anyway, whichever your choice, strongly recommend you check it out, because it is something a little bit different, but it does have something for everybody as well. So do check it out. And thanks to Darrel for putting together something that's as enjoyable and expansive as it is. So we'll leave it there. Darrel Treece Birch's Atlantea Choices, top stuff. Check it out. Please subscribe to the channel before you go, that'd be great. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.